What's poppin'? Parad.
I gotta get her one shirt that's colorful like us, because look there. Look on camera.
Boom.
Me and P say she
Yeah.
can come with stripes.
The scribes.
She come with the stripes.
Yeah, no, sorry, I had to get into this life.
I just put the tag on this shirt.
Oh, so let her enjoy it, please. Ooh, let my girl enjoy
Tags
it.
on everything.
Parad.
Oh my.
You know how long this has been my
Oh,
closet.
It look nice, yeah. I like it. Hey, I like it.
Don't mind Empress.
Don't mind Empress.
Using her platform wrongly.
With her. Ooh, now y'all ain't
Ooh, and
boy.
there's be the same ones who's be watching straight
Tuning
through,
in. I said, oh, thanks for tuning in.
Corona, eh?
Oh my god.
I had to give
Carrie.
you a joke how I had like my mask like this, my shades, right? I went to the gas station.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
The lady said, "Sir," and I had on like from work business, so I had my shirt tucked in and everything. The lady said, "Sir, if you wasn't dressed like this, I think you would come to rob me."
Yeah,
Honestly,
real talk. And
I
then
said
she see you
grease.
cute too, you see?
Yeah, so
That just, yeah.
yeah. Hey, yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, take a deep breath, everybody. We on for a long haul.
Wow, Wednesday.
Oh,
Wow,
perfect.
Wednesday.
Star 106 hits pleasant Wednesday to each and all. Welcome to another edition of Free Your Mind live and brought to you courtesy of the Fresh Market, KFC, Tinder Tile, Muffler Whirl. I want to say thank you to Oxygen Distributed by Lightborns Trading, Discount Distributors and Discount Distributors Liquors. They got us this hour as well. All right, it's been such a pleasure bringing it to you as always. And of course, I want to say big shouts out to everybody locked and loaded, channel 976 on cable. Good afternoon to each and all that's tuned in on our Facebook pages, Natural Empress on Facebook and Star
I'm
106
I'm
on
muted.
Facebook. It's good to see all of you. Plenty of y'all here all of a sudden, but it's really good to see everybody today. Now, yesterday was an epic show. I get it. I definitely felt the repercussions of it. Just moving through my daily movements. Everybody and everyone either shared it once or shared it 192 times. This one person shared the show 192 times when I checked.
Wow.
When somebody sent it to me this morning, it's well. Let me just say good afternoon. Pardon my manners. PJ Fuego, count a million and look alive.
Count a million and look alive, or Empress.
Empress. I need y'all to get the name right. Okay? Empress.
Empress.
No, there's no P in it. It's an F. It's Empress.
Oh, Empress. Okay,
Empress.
okay,
Yes, like
okay.
effervescence.
Oh,
Yes.
okay,
Yes.
But
okay.
not like Empress.
I am your new vitamin C. Okay?
Oh.
Effervescence. All right.
Ah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Say Nasha.
Yes.
How you doing, girl?
I'm good. How are
If
you?
if Bishop was here, you would be Weston,
Question.
and you would be
Chizzy.
Nisha. So something
Nash.
Nash.
Yeah, something
Maybe
like that.
Nash.
Najee.
Well, shout out to the bishop. I must say, Bishop, let me publicly say, and I'm sure you're listening, and your church members are possibly listening as well. You are the real MVP. You are. I should know. You know what? Let me give you another acronym. You are the R M.
W.
No. R. Tell me what it stands for y'all bad.
If y'all buy.
R M
Uh-huh.
O
Uh-huh.
G. RMOG.
The realest
Real.
man of God.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep.
Realest man of God.
Realest man of God.
RMOG. You are the real G.
Mhm.
All right. Because guess what? At the end of the day, I love the fact that he decided, he said the show is free of mind, that I will do. All right. That's what it's gonna be. Free of mind, no filters, no fluff. It is what it is. And I
Exactly.
think if you walk away with anything from yesterday's show, if you decided to walk away with anything
Mm-hmm.
from yesterday's show, it is to live your truth, and it is to live your life,
Mhm.
not the way others seem to want it to go.
Mm-hmm.
Not the way maybe
You even
your
thought it
parents
was gonna
told you
go.
about it, or you might have read in the Bible or so to
Right,
emulate.
right.
He's teaching you to walk your own path while not forgetting yourself.
Exactly. At the end of the day, what I walked away with is that and this is something I don't know if it's something we can blame on culture, is that we
Mhm.
Bahamians at large give more credit to what others think about you other than what you think is good for yourself.
Oh
Mhm.
yes.
All right, you know,
Mhm.
you put out some things, you whether it be you're trying to impress your neighbors, you put out the beautiful bougainvilleas and sunflowers, and you know you don't have a dime in your purse.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? You live to impress others, whether it be you dress up in the biggest name brands in fashion.
Mhm.
But no, your pocket can't stretch. You know your pocket is not Gucci. You know it's Poochie. You know what I mean?
If it's
Poochie.
chi, if it's even chi.
You know what I mean? You know it. But we tend to always want to impress
Mhm.
others rather than
Mhm.
live your truth and walk your own walk.
Mhm.
And I think if anything should have been taken away from yesterday's show to all of my fellow Bahamians and residents and
Man.
church people, because yes, this does apply to church
Church
people
people,
as well.
church people especially.
You think so?
I think so because I feel as if that a lot of people, when they think of you as a Christian, that you can't be doing certain things, or you can't talk about or speak about certain things. It's like,
You
no, no. You
No.
supposed to be safe.
you know did you hear well I don't know if you heard the whole show, but you know he was talking openly about the love of sex.
Yeah, no,
Right,
yeah.
right,
And I
right.
was like,
And I'm sure some
pastors,
elders.
I'm sure, cringed
I'm talking
and paid
rolled.
blood of Jesus
Jesus.
on the good bishop yesterday, because they're like, you don't talk about sex.
Oh, then he on air talking about this.
talking openly.
Oh, he talking.
Lord of
oh,
mercy.
he talking to this.
But he's a
empress,
married
this
man.
empress.
Oh, with
He-
children.
He's a married man who fathered
9
9
children.
children.
that are close in age.
How they get here?
Hey,
Some
hey.
have the same age.
Some of the
okay?
same age, not just close.
Is that a true love of sex? I'm just saying.
Hmm.
I mean, hey, if you married to the WAP, which is the worship and praise,
Ma-
I say why not? I say you brag about your worship and your praise because that's yours. Okay?
What it is, the what?
The WAP being the worship and the praise.
The worship and the praise.
In our good bishop's tents.
In church talk.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's-
You came up with that just like that. Just
Right?
Oh, no, these are the last
you're
time.
right.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
When you said, what was the WAP?
Ooh.
Worship
It's like
and
that
praise.
came quick.
Okay, all right. You know, so for him to just openly talk about the love, because really what it meant was the love of his wife. You know?
Yes, and
He
that's what I got
loved
from it.
Sister Roll like none other.
Can't keep himself above Sister
Can't
Roll.
keep off of Sister Roll because he loves Sister Roll. And
Careless.
that's his Sister Roll.
Sa-
Can I give a
Ah.
joke though? When he
God.
said that.
Oh,
when he said,
I'm
oh, you know,
scared.
I had to go to the doctor to get educated about a woman's circle.
Yes, you know what a circle is?
No, do you know what I thought the circle was?
You
What?
thought he meant cycle, right?
No, I didn't. I thought he.
Oh, I know where he. Okay.
No, I
Yeah.
thought where
Okay.
babies come from.
Yeah.
How many
That's
is the
circle.
woman's circle.
That's literal circle.
In Bishop knees. Or what language? It would be in the words of Bishop.
in the Cat Islanders.
In the Cat Island. Well, I don't know if all Cat Islanders speak like that, but in his words,
Uh-huh.
that meant the cycle.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just bring y'all up to
'Cause
speed.
I said the circle.
You know what?
It's really, you know what? I like that, Bishop,
No,
because
because it's still.
come on,
It
let's
still
go.
comes
Let's
around.
go, Lion Pride.
The circle
circle
of
of
life.
Circle of
Thank
life.
you.
I like
Which is
it.
why I thought.
That's prophetic. I want y'all to know that, because the circle you making reference to is truly the circle of life.
Oh,
Ooh.
y'all feel that?
Ooh.
No, think about it, Saint Asha.
Mhm.
That is the circle of life.
Literally.
It really is, because think about it.
Yeah.
Where
no,
does what other circle brings forth that life?
Period.
Now, can you imagine other Bible thumpers, or let's say Christians? I'm talking Christians hearing that and thinking, they might have missed the cycle and caught the circle that I
Uh-huh.
caught.
Right.
Uh-huh.
And think that, oh, why y'all thinking on there talking about this? Do you think that Christians, why do y'all think that some Christians may cringe hearing Bishop speak about his wife like that, or maybe
Or everything else that
everything
he
else?
spoke about.
Because that wasn't just it.
No, I want you to believe that I got WhatsApp messages, text
Mhm.
messages, Facebook messages from different members of the clergy
Mhm.
as well.
Mhm.
And it was just, everybody was just so astonished
What the?
of how real he is.
From a positive or negative aspect.
It doesn't matter. The point is, he's speaking it as if it is
As
it
it
is,
is.
rather.
As it
Mhm.
is, yep.
Okay, is either you like it offends you,
Mm-hmm.
or you don't.
Mhm.
But that is him.
Like he
Mhm.
said, "You belly full yet?"
Ex- exactly.
And I said, "No, I'm not full. I'm not
I-
even."
You know, I still have this side of
Okay.
Yeah, I
this,
still have this
this
side
right
right
here,
with some
right here.
space. I can make some space.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But I loved it, and I took so much from it
Mhm.
because, again, we're a nation of fluff. Straight
Mhm.
up.
We are.
Cotton candy ain't getting nothing on us.
Mm.
You understand? We like to pretend
Mhm.
for the most part.
Put on.
We like to build these facades.
We like to
Mhm.
assume.
Yes, and if you assume, right, then you know what you make a zoom out of
You
me.
make a
And
zoom
you.
out of me.
Exactly.
You can't assume because you make a zoom out
Out
of
of
me.
me.
Kevon says, because they feel like sex doesn't exist.
Mhm.
Everybody's supposed to be nuns.
Mhm.
Hashtag Sister Act 3. Now,
Coaches.
you know, but that's so funny because if we talk about the Bible and we talk about the beginning of time,
Mhm.
all right, man was put on earth to reproduce. So how could we not talk about sex? is
My
the
God.
question.
And as a married man, why would people cringe where I'm talking about sex with my wife?
We
Or is that supposed to be something only they talk about
Oh, so
amongst themselves as
Mm.
husband and wife? Like you don't
like pillow
you don't
talk.
bring
Right.
like
I like that.
you don't come out in public and tell people openly that we
Mm.
engage in such. They almost make it sound like sex is a bad thing.
It's a
Right.
ritual.
It's
Like people can't know about this.
ungodly, for
Ah.
lack of a better word.
Which is weird if it's between husband and wife. If anything, that makes it more
And guess what?
godly.
And you know what was so admirable about the story
Mhm.
is that they did not engage in the horizontal hokey pokey till after they was married. How about that? Hallelujah.
They got married so young, and you know, young.
Right.
It doesn't matter, but
Yeah.
everything about the story
Right.
was done correctly. He went to
Exactly.
the parents.
Yes. No, yes.
Okay. He went to get the parents' permission.
Mhm.
All right. They gave in.
Mhm.
They signed their daughter because that's back in the day.
Right.
Right. And they waited. He was a virgin. She was a virgin. Like Madonna.
Oh.
Wasn't touched at all, but they together was touched
For the,
for the
very,
very first time. Okay?
Exactly.
Oh, that's the Madonna dance?
The Vogue.
Oh, the Vogue.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, my bad. My bad. Mervin says they don't like to talk about sex in the church. And the question is,
Strange. Why?
If I were to take a jump at it,
Mhm.
take a job.
maybe because do you think that sex is now becomes it isn't as sacred as it was meant for in terms of
Yeah,
marital
but
home
this
or
was a
marriage?
story of true sacredness.
No,
Mhm.
yeah, no, I'm saying just in general
Okay.
why Christians or why church leaders may not like to talk about sex because I think it would encourage or entice persons who may not be married yet to jump forward to get into it, or even that it's so prevalent just amongst the world whether you're married or not
Mhm.
that they don't want that if they speak on it, it comes across as encouraging or
Is that the
enabling.
same way if you give your young son of 14
Mhm.
and you had the young daughter of the same age? I don't know. If you give your young son condoms, is that
Mhm.
encouraging versus protecting?
Mm.
Think about it. In the meantime, Madonna right here on your hit station. We're Star 106 Hits.
I made it through the wilderness.
In Cat Island.
Oi!
Didn't know how lost I was until I found you. I would be incomplete. I wouldn't have. I was sad and blue. Though you make me feel.
That's right, Sean.
Yeah, you gave me feel shiny and blue. Not compared to touch for the very
See there?
like a bug. When your heart beats, makes you mine. Gonna give you all my love, boy. My fear is
Wendell says sex is sweet, designed for married people to enjoy and reproduce.
I
There
mean,
is a ministering and an anointing for it.
Keep on saying much of them do words no more.
Wow.
We would have a reduction of STDs and teenage pregnancy. Real talk.
Exactly.
I think it's coming with both a protection for sleep.
There we go. Star 106 hits. I couldn't cut it till you hear the hey. Oh, there you go. Madonna right there, like a virgin. And of course, this is Free Your Mind on a Wild Out Wednesday.
Hey.
We're going to take a quick break, find out what's happening on the streets of Nassau. It's a little gloomy out there, a little wet. Please do proceed with caution and care. We'll be right back.
Reasonable traffic movement is going on across New Providence at this hour. Still during overcast and gloomy shower days, though. There are a few minor delays happening, but overall, traffic is light. So what's happening over there is still a low level of traffic moving going
Whoops.
Yeah,
What the hell I do?
together. Oh,
Right, y'all can hear me?
most part. Mackey Street is also
Anyway, that was fair. Blog on day just started on 23rd.
Hmm?
Oh, they back?
Mhm.
You know, I drive past.
when you're crossing.
That's the joke. They come back with the we're back.
After yesterday,
The side of the traffic. Yeah, still.
I don't like you.
Did you like?
Sean, probably the last V. We're becoming rare.
What?
Put your finger down. boy.
We're amongst the. We're
Hey,
amongst
hey, hey,
like,
hey.
or something.
Hey.
They
Relax.
should make trophies out of us.
Relax yourself. Relax.
Listen to me. I would have been on the floor
That's why I said,
yesterday.
No, that's why everyone's
On the
"Oh, come."
floor.
I said no. I want you to have this.
Go.
I said, oh no. I just want watch it.
Oh my God.
I said, anything the bishop touch goes viral.
Yeah,
Listen,
let me
what?
stay in my corner, right?
No, I'm ready for that just yet. I
Man.
remember when I was getting married, very constantly when it came to sex, Pastor told me, don't worry about that. You guys will figure that part out.
No. What?
What is do that? Which pastor does? Put him on blast.
Put them on blast, yeah.
Manolo.
Initials.
I know it ain't Bishop. He'd be like, do it all.
Get off for that day.
Hey.
You feel bad, huh?
Hey.
That's what he would say.
Man.
Bishop say, Empress, what must I do
Listen,
if it can't go
I
down?
love sex.
He said,
What
"If it
more you
can't
want me
go
to
down,
say?"
what you want me to do? I
I-
said, not that it can't go down, bitch.
Oh God, that man say, I love sex.
Can we get to the my favorite part of the conversation?
The circle of life was that was
Does it for you?
no.
Oh, that ain't for me.
No, it's womanizer.
That,
Oh,
it is womanizer and
Womanizer.
manizer.
Just
listen
like
to
you
me.
have Manny and Penny.
Yes,
You
yeah.
have womanizer.
And your
Yeah,
manizer. Period.
Man. But
Don't
what?
say I'm real. I want you to highlight this.
Empress
He
say-
did.
Uh-huh.
He said that. I want you to.
No,
highlight
I'm
it. He
quoting
said that.
from the video.
Yeah.
I want you to highlight this.
Yeah.
Bishop
Empress
say
is like, but why
just-
not just a
Just
womanizer?
movie.
He could have sex with wife many times because the Bible said be fruitful. That's right. Yeah, that's
Exactly.
right.
That's right. Landale.
That's right.
The married bed is undefiled. You do what you want.
Hold that scripture. And he do the robo for me, you know. You saw that?
I didn't say, oh, see? We don't even acting up
Hey, I throw my phone.
Oh, God. Star 106 hits. Welcome back. Free of Mind on a Wild Out Wednesday. And I guess it was a Wild Out Tuesday as well.
Listen.
It was a talk to me way too nice.
Yeah, I talk, no, it's more, that was a Talk It All Tuesday.
Oh, yes.
Right? Now we're wilding out on
Talk
a
it.
Wednesday.
Oh, yes.
Talking Tuesdays.
Because, back to our discussion about, the openness of having conversations about sex
Mhm.
in an open forum is something that, for some reason, is not a Bahamian thing,
Mm-mm.
like collect.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Mhm.
we would have less numbers and numbers would decrease like COVID is.
Mhm.
Mhm.
If we had these conversations with our young people.
Mhm.
STDs wouldn't be on the rise.
Mhm.
Teenage pregnancy wouldn't be on the rise the way it is.
Mhm.
why are we so afraid to do it is the question.
Mhm.
You know, is it the older folks who, you know, I see somebody on our feed read that comment about when the couple was getting married, the pastor told them
Oh
what?
yeah, Marvin here says, I remember when I was getting married during counseling. Excuse me, sorry. Not the Rona, sorry. He says when I was getting married during counseling, when it came to sex, the pastor told me, "Don't worry about that part. You guys will figure it out."
Who does that?
If we're going to go through counseling, so I would applaud people because people don't even go to counseling for marriage anymore as it was back in the
Right.
You're
day.
right.
So if the fact that
Prior to the wedding and even during
Oh,
during
yeah.
during the marriage, you know,
Mhm.
people that's taboo for us.
that's I can work it out.
yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, me my
I must
husband
pay
got
some.
it.
I must pay somebody to
They have problems.
They don't
Tell
want to
us
run
now
in their
problems to
business.
talk it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
no,
Yep.
Yeah.
you're looking at it from very surface. You
Yeah.
gotta look at it from different holistically.
Yeah.
But the fact that sex is a part of marriage, and if you're going to counseling, counselors need to touch on that because
Mhm.
there may be things that you don't like that she likes that where she don't like that you like,
Mhm.
and it's coming to that middle ground to where at the end of the day, sex isn't just one sided.
So
That you both have a
we
sense
gotta
of
level the playing field.
yeah. Hey, listen, just what was good for the goose got to be good for the gander.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And even if the gander don't like it, you'll do it because it makes the goose happy.
And
Happy,
the fact that we
right.
all spoke about it, so we all
Yeah, it's
It's
out
on the
there.
table.
It's out there.
it's
Yeah.
clear. There's
There's
no
no
misconception
no
of anything
Mhm.
misconstrued ideas about anything. It's out
at
there.
all.
So
Mhm.
again, I applaud the bishop for being so candid. That
Mhm.
was as candid,
Yeah, no,
As
that's
it could
candid as
get.
it could get.
Could-
I've
As-
never
could be.
seen him as that.
you know. I
Uh,
think the title of the show did something for him or
Mhm.
to him, where he's like, you know, it's free your mind. That I
Yep.
will do.
And that's just what I'm going to do.
He was
I-
quite
And-
comfortable
and
with
I-
you.
and did it.
Mhm.
What I must say though, and let me, if I may be real,
Mhm.
the minute I stepped out into the streets of Nassau today and realized that the entire nation has watched this clip that has gone viral,
Viral.
right? It, you know, at one point I smiled, but in the next instance I frowned because if this was a video about the cure for COVID
Mhm.
or how to get through COVID or
Mhm.
how to make money or something that was not, because this wasn't gossip, this wasn't sip, this wasn't
This was
lewd,
yeah.
it wasn't anything of that nature, but
Mhm.
it was different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. And because of who it is and the fact that he was so real,
Mhm.
it bothered me that so many people watched it
Mhm.
and shared it. I saw one person share it almost 100, almost 200 times.
Mhm.
One person, right? But if it was something else, would we be so apt to share?
Well, you know,
Mm.
variants only love a little sensationalism. If it isn't a fight, if it isn't a car accident, if it isn't
Something raunchy.
something
Mhm.
raunchy or something that's a little classless or uncouth, it makes it more of a kind of thrill. But what I do think, the positive I look at from it being shared about so much times, is that they get a chance to see a man of God speak on taboo, quote unquote,
Subjects.
taboo topics
Mhm.
that
Everybody else is afraid to and
everyone's
shies
afraid
away
of
from.
or shies away from or doesn't even speak to it.
No, we don't talk about that.
Oh no,
Yeah.
no.
Or they just speak to very well, as a man and woman. No, this
You know,
man
no,
said,
as a man
he
of
said,
God, you know,
Sister
we-
Roll. Like,
yeah.
even if you don't know Sister Roll, I now know Sister Roll.
But
Right.
you realize that Sister Roll is a submissive woman.
I
Right.
realize Sister-
Some lesson that we could learn from Sister Roll.
and not just a submissive woman. And I don't want people to hear submissive and think
subservient.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
I got you.
She is a tower of power, a tyrant. She is a pillar of strength.
Yep.
Because first of all, any woman that can give birth one time, let alone nine
One
times. One time,
Child.
let alone 9 times.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
Superwoman.
many women across the length and breadth of the Bahamas who birthed. My Grammy had 12.
Oh.
I mean, but plenty other people Grammy had even
You're
more.
like,
Well,
like 16 or so.
My
Right.
Grammy had like 14, but my granddaddy had 33.
You see what I mean?
Well,
I think what else is another thing that we could extract from yesterday's show is
Mhm.
that you realize that he kept it all in the family. As much as he talked about loving the horizontal hokey pokey, that was reserved for Sister Rose.
One person.
One person.
You know what I love the most? Oh, I feel like we're picking on so many different things.
I know, right?
When you ask him about the advice to give persons, or even like his in-laws or his
Oh.
children-in-law and all that good stuff,
Oh yeah,
Uh-huh.
yes.
he says that in this family we don't war, we don't argue, we
Ain't
don't
no,
nothing like that.
ain't no ruckus.
There's no ruckus.
Mhm.
This is nothing but love. So even if you have a problem, even if it's something that you don't agree with,
Right.
this is a family that allows you the time to speak on it. That we come together and we as
See?
a unit.
And we're gonna talk about it.
Oh, I love that.
See?
Oh man, he don't even know as a family man. As for myself,
Mhm.
someone who thinks that in my mind wants a big family.
That was it right there.
That was it.
the epitome of it.
That was the epitome of
Mhm.
the
What family?
the Kardashian size family that you would want.
Bahamian
Yeah.
style.
Bahamian style
Yeah.
and Greenleaf style. What church style?
You see, but even you mentioned Greenleaf for the 1 and 2 and 10 episodes that I've watched.
That
Uh-huh.
you've missing?
They still ain't as real
Yeah, no.
as Bishop Lawrence Rose.
Right.
They still ain't got.
They still
There's
got too
still
much
secrets. Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
way too many secrets in Greenleaf versus Bishop Lawrence Rose.
Mhm.
He kept it real. If you like it, you like it. You don't. If it offend you, too bad. But guess
Mhm.
what?
I still can pray for you.
And yeah, I still can pray for you. Whether you
Whether
want
you
me
like it
to.
or not.
Exactly.
Whether you say things that are derogatory, that are rude,
Or
that are
defaming.
defaming.
And he's gotten all of that. And you know what else we can take away from that too?
Mhm.
He turns the next cheek.
Oh, I only got 2 cheeks, so I
Yeah,
can't.
no, I'm just saying the many people that have tried to openly
Yep.
rebuke him,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
He never got on Facebook or any other platform, no
Mhm.
pulpit, no Facebook, no
Mhm.
Twitter, and say, you know what, I'm going to retaliate.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna make mention of.
Exactly.
Oh my man, that man doesn't even breathe breath.
That's why he's
I
so
pray,
happy.
no, he will pray. He pray for that person, if anything.
And that's about
Exactly.
it.
That's
But-
why he's
but-
so happy.
Exactly.
Mhm.
You heard what he said?
Mhm.
I don't have no problems.
Mhm.
I don't have no problems. He said, the way I live my life,
Mhm.
I just live my life in truth.
Exactly.
And if we were to again tear a page out of the book for all of us who are possibly sitting here listening to the show right now,
Mhm.
flustered about something
Mhm.
Or people.
or worried about what people think, what
Right.
people say, you're wasting your time.
Hmm.
You're truly wasting your time because why? What do you do good? You do bad.
Oh Lord.
You're a womanizer or a manizer.
Oh,
They can
oh,
talk.
both.
Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay.
See how smooth the manizer, womanizer.
Or both.
Or both.
Some things were meant to be.
Because girls sign on tall. Don't be shy now. Don't grab your mic and sing up. This is your
Oh.
note. Yeah.
Oh, Lord. I know you needed that, but you're playing like you didn't need it.
Oh,
Sure.
you like that outside? Oh, yeah.
I catch it just before, yeah.
They're gonna talk, they're gonna talk, they're gonna talk.
They're gonna say a lot of things about you. Worry what the people say when they see with you. Wonder what the when they find us together, right? When they know we're in love. Say, Cole, Cole.
As broad as the Nile,
They
everybody.
will say all kinds of goody to you, yes.
Star Choir.
Whatever.
Star Choir.
Stop.
Benzie,
Oh, okay.
KJ. We just need you to come lead the song.
That's the man with the physique.
Hey, boy, but the Z, that man was singing bars.
Yes, please. Yes.
We remember you,
Yes,
KJ.
KJ.
We remember you. No
Oh, Lord. Uh-oh. When they know we're in love. Wonder what the
Y'all know that's Empress, right?
Ay.
Y'all know that's White Boy's Empress, right? Don't let it come on the day.
Oh.
The radio.
Oh.
Oh, my belly.
I need to drink to get the lights on.
Yeah, Kiki, better come back.
When they see me with you, when they find us together, when they know we're in love.
Star 106. Yes, indeed, Barris. They're going to talk whether you're doing good, you're doing bad, or anything in between. Know that they're going to talk. So you just got to live your life. We're going to take a quick break right here. Of course, we got so much more on the other side. Free your mind on a Wild Out Wednesday. Stay close.
Time to shake off those Corona blues with a new ride from Monarchy Motors.
Okay.
Get yourself a new car.
Okay.
You worrying about Corona?
You worrying about a job?
Get yourself a new car.
As always, there's plenty of comprehensive insurance.
You worrying about energy check? Man, come bring that check and come get you a car, you know?
All $100.
You rather cry on the bus or cry in your car? What you doing? You rather be hungry on the bus or be hungry in your car?
Oh my God.
Pick one.
You know this girl is coming for the laugh. This is coming out for the laugh. Huh?
When you think
Oh,
liquor's
God.
You rather
Listen.
cry on the bus that only take 50%, so you better hope you get to the 1%, or you crying in your car?
I can't take it. I can't. Oh Lord.
This is coming up for the laugh.
Woo.
They offer
Don't
curbside
live. Sure, that's right. Don't live then.
But
You walk to the party yet.
oh,
You walk to the
oh,
party. You can pull up in your new ride.
oh, man, no, but pull up in your new ride, and when you go home, light off, water off.
But
Put you
I'm
in
in
your
new
new car.
ride. Hey, they only say car. They didn't say house and all that.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Hey,
man,
Brand's mortgage. I'll get you a car.
listen.
Hey, they didn't advertise rental mortgage now. They
They
actually
said
want the
car.
car. They say shake off the Corona blues.
Oh man.
Let me take this time, man. Anyone's been trying to call me or text me. My phone is like doing its own pandemic, so sorry.
Oh,
I can't.
Hit me on Facebook, sorry.
Oh, that's why you ain't answer me.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's trust me
Lord.
for 2 days.
Ooh.
Star 106 hits. Before we get back into, just a reminder that the penny or the 1 cent as we call it, those are being retired at the end of the year, guys. And of course, to help you cash them in, the Central Bank of the Bahamas has a penny redemption by weight program, and they're going through out all the super value locations. So just log on to the Bahamas Penny page on Facebook to find out what super value location they're going to be at.
Mhm,
All right,
mhm.
find out the one that's closest to you. All right.
My favorite one is Golden Gates.
Well,
Oh.
I sure they've been Golden Gates, but I think they're just they're
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Continue.
Making a round.
rotating because a
Mhm.
lot of people, as always, gonna wait until December 31st. when
Of
they
course.
With my
yeah.
bucket of
See,
pennies.
I bring my pennies.
Five
right?
buckets.
Right. It's New Year's Eve.
I don't say end of the year.
Oh,
Not really that. We're already at the end of the year.
We're gonna need y'all to go and redeem those pennies
Now.
ASAP. All right.
Mhm.
But as we review the Talk It All Tuesday show,
Mhm.
there are a lot of nuggets.
Mm.
Even after you decided to kiki, ha ha, laugh at
Mhm.
certain parts of the delivery,
Mhm.
certain word choice. I think a lot of people truly miss the messages and the nuggets that were dropped
Mhm.
throughout the entire show.
Mhm.
Now, I don't know how much of it you watch. I know
Right.
you watched it from start to finish.
Yeah. No, I caught like at the 40.
What else did you catch?
My and I'm gonna say it so nicely. With him, I think what I admired the most with him being a man of God now, and walking his journey with God and seeing how he goes about spreading the word of God to people.
Mhm.
He also wasn't scared to speak on his former life or how he
Oh,
may have been, or let's say
seriously.
how things of the world that are now hot topics amongst our regular lives,
Right.
that will be frowned upon as Christians being like, I guess, even indulging
Yeah,
in.
or once it is that you're quote unquote saved, you don't talk
You don't
about
go
the
back.
past. You
Yeah,
don't,
Right.
you don't look back.
but not realizing that by doing so, you are inspiring someone or
Mhm.
someone's
And keyword inspiring. I love that you said that.
yeah
Mhm.
to
Yep.
do better or to know that okay, you know who else does that a lot when he comes on the show? Bishop
Bishop
Sean
McKenzie?
McKenzie.
Yes,
Yeah.
He will
yes.
say, you know, I grew up in Camp Road. I used to drink. I used to be in the club. People need to hear those things.
Yeah.
Yes.
We need to know from whence you came.
I need
Exactly.
to feel as if that I'm
I too
That
have a
is
chance.
possible.
yeah,
right.
that I
That's
don't feel as
possible.
if I'm speaking to the book of the word. Or the
Exactly.
book of just this book. Or whereas I'm speaking to a human
Right.
trying to tell me how good God is, how
Right.
good this
You
this
know
word
the
is if
problem
you
with
move
that
on.
though, and I understand why a lot may not do that.
Mhm.
We're a very judgmental society.
Ah,
Okay.
ding,
So
ding,
it'll
ding.
be like, okay, so you hear him talking about he was in the club and he was drinking.
Mhm.
I bet you after church he's still drinking.
Mm.
Look at it. Look at his lips. Look on his lips. You can see it wet with wine.
Or you
Mm.
or the famous one, or you talking about you doing drugs when he used to be selling drugs back in the day.
Mhm.
Yes, he too was selling drugs.
No,
Right.
he too,
Yeah,
and he's now showing you.
There's a pastor,
The
a
eggs.
very prominent pastor in Grand Bahama, my
Mhm.
good hometown. He was a big dealer.
Talk about
Cool.
it, 'cause I know just so you mean.
But guess what?
Mhm.
Let him tell you the story
Exactly.
on the pulpit about when I used to be sitting in the fishing boat and turn off the engine and
yes,
waiting on the load like
real
real,
stories.
like that.
Exactly. But
You
that's what people need to hear.
That's what people want. Not only need to hear, they
Mhm.
want to hear.
Mhm.
But not even that. If society would just understand that, yes, people have everyone has a
Everybody
past.
got a
Everyone.
phone.
Everyone has
Yeah.
a past, and those pasts comes in different flavors, sizes, and shapes.
Mhm.
It's just more so as a Christian, you'd want to say that yes, you have a past, but even with your past too, Jesus will accept
Thank you, Wendell. Wendell calls it's a testimony.
Exactly. Exactly.
Roshando. That's what it is.
right there.
Exactly.
Everyone has
Testimony.
it. And everyone's testimony, everyone can relate to testimony in some way, shape, or form.
Mhm.
You don't have to be you don't need to necessarily be a drug dealer to read his drug dealer past.
Right.
Mhm.
You don't necessarily to be an alcoholic to believe in his past, but you can look at your own faults
Mhm.
that you have, or you may think as faults
Okay,
that you're
Michael,
dealing with.
man in the mirror. Go ahead.
Because you know.
Go ahead.
I'm a modern day Maya Angelou, speaking
Man.
like Malcolm X and dressing like Kanye West, everybody.
Man, hold on.
It's just to show that you too can be saved, or you too can be welcomed into
Wendell
God.
says it right. He says it's where God brought you from.
Right.
Ah!
All for the glory.
Right.
It's all God's doing. Amen.
Look where God has brought us. Y'all better know
Exactly.
that song. I know my
Y'all
church folks
start
know that.
singing now.
Yo, you know I'm
But
a
no,
choir
real
boy.
talk.
Mhm.
That is what I most admire
Yeah.
about yesterday's show.
Mhm.
You know, somebody sent me a text from Alabama.
Ooh.
And yeah,
Yo,
Shout
Mine
out.
better be international.
Just
Shout out.
Viral like a
Okay.
virus.
from Alabama
Wow.
to North Carolina
Ooh.
to California to
Wha-
Africa to Jamaica.
Viral like the virus.
Yeah, I got
Oh my
a
God.
lot of comments, and this one lady from Alabama said, "Man, I laughed so much." She got a real honky tonk sound going on. She
Yeah.
said, "Man, he got to be doing that just for comedy." And I said, "Sweet
No,
girl,
ma'am.
if you're from the Bahamas, you would understand.
Mhm.
This
That
is
is as
him.
real as it gets. That is not a
Exactly.
comedy act.
It isn't a skit. It
Exactly.
Isn't a
That
facade.
is the man all day,
Mm. Every day.
Whenever
Mhm.
you catch him.
Mhm.
anytime you catch him.
Mhm.
You know, I even asked him about the memes when they put his image, his likeness to these music video
Yeah.
of different secular songs.
Mhm.
Friday Evening Bim is my favorite one, by the way. That one is Give Me Life. You saw that one?
My favorite one has to be when he's in the bush praying.
In the
When
bush,
he's shaking
yes.
the tree.
And he's shaking the
like,
tree.
They play some walk-up song.
But you know what's
Listen.
funny? The caption on the one with the shaking tree. This is how we can be when ministers free us for Christmas.
Yeah, so
That was a good one.
Ding, ding,
Yeah.
ding, ding.
Hey.
But the that's the beat they put on that one.
That's the beat they put on that one. That's what I'm saying.
No. But I saw the Friday Evening Bim. Like
Mhm.
that's one of my favorite ones. And
Mhm.
you know, he's like, that don't move me. I mean, I know. He said, I'll give you his exact words. He said, I know who I am and I know whom I belong.
Exactly.
I will follow just from that.
Exactly.
You understand? So
That's-
y'all can meme me all you want.
And I can laugh too with y'all.
I can laugh with y'all
'Cause I
because
think
he said sometimes he look at them and he's kill himself laughing.
Because I find them funny.
They're funny, you know, but at
Mhm.
no means is he bothered
Mm-hmm.
by any of it? Who say, oh, he wrong? Because some people actually believe he put those out,
No,
What
yeah.
the-
Some people think that
You
you
have
have a
some people
team.
who think that
Oh,
he actually puts those out, and it's not
I can
so.
promise you,
That's some
genuinely,
people who have too much time
on their
on their
hand.
hands, personally.
genuinely, no, like it's people's doing.
Yeah.
All they have in quarantine lockdown now
It's time.
is time, and
I
we're
mean,
making
they
magic.
be in
with it.
sync, though,
talent.
I ain't gonna lie. They be on point.
Yes, they
Man,
do.
I think I'd be remiss if we don't speak about this aspect of the interview. I think I fell in love with the most for it.
What's that?
Because he was saying that even if he, and I brought, this is probably what I took away from it, but he said it differently, is that even if he were a part of this world, in the world,
Mhm.
he would still be the leader for men, women, and I think I took it from. I'm sure people took it from just literally for what it was, but it's just more so as a representation, a confidant, a place of sanctuary
Mhm.
for men and women who may be outcasted or who may be, I guess, out of the norm in society or
Mhm.
where society may badger them a bit more. He still stands as a representation to say, as a man of God, I still see you.
That's right.
Mhm.
You are still welcome in the house of God. You are still welcome in this church. You're still welcome to whatever you
To
may
worship.
need.
Right,
And-
which is how it should be.
Which is how it should
Mhm.
be. But I
No,
think
the operative word is should.
Should.
Okay,
And
yeah,
but welcome
I'll
to the
get it right.
bananas. To the,
All right.
Oh,
welcome to the
boy.
bananas.
All
Oh,
right,
but
get it
man,
right now. And listen, that show was so filled with so much
Yeah, like I got my life.
truth,
Like,
just truth.
the people asking for part two.
Where you see that?
I'm people.
Oh, sorry. All right, where you see that at?
Hey, where's that? No, someone did say. I remember seeing one of the
Yeah,
comments popped up.
couple-
I think
yeah.
it was Mervin. So shout out to
Couple
Mervin.
people did
saying
ask,
that-
yeah.
Yeah, actually, I've
we
been
should
asked
pass
that
on more
many
often.
times, but I'm
Uh,
trying to figure out if people are asking for that because
Mm.
they want more truth, or is it
Mm.
they're
Yeah,
looking for
joke.
the kiki haha, and that's the
Mm.
problem I have.
What I want people to recognize, yes, you can kiki haha, and yes, the man is good and funny.
Mhm.
But it's not just for the entertainment aspect of it.
Mhm.
I want people to recognize that his give back programs that he has, his feeding station that he
Mhm.
has,
That feeding
That's-
initiative is
that's
like
what-
none other. That's
Yeah,
what it is.
that's holding down the whole community when
Oh.
the government isn't.
Oh,
Ex-
excuse me.
Oof.
Did you say community?
Oh,
Oof.
talk
Because I want you to
make it
believe.
bigger for
'Cause
me.
let me tell you, from getting the bird's eye view,
Mhm.
I want to kind of go out on the limb and
Uh-huh.
say more than 50% of those people are not from the community. They come from
Wow.
all over for
And they come
a plate of
specifically
food.
just there
Right.
for a plate of food.
Of
Right.
course. So it ain't just the community people. He's
Mhm.
feeding the people of Nassau.
Right.
I'd say. I
Right.
wouldn't say just the Grove. It's
Right.
not the
No,
Grove.
just definitely not the Grove.
It's not the
Mhm.
Grove.
But I want people to look at that just like he's not just here for your entertainment and just for the memes and just for the as a caricature that you guys may have him to be.
Mhm.
He's actually putting like he's
He
walking
puts-
the walk and talking the talk.
Exactly.
He putting his money where his mouth is.
Exactly.
No. Hold on. And that's the sad part I have.
Mhm.
He's putting all of his money.
All of his money.
His money.
Oh boy.
This is where your donations come in. All of y'all know where the Grove is. Stop by.
Mhm.
Feel free
Yeah.
at any time
Just
to
so
stop at 2nd Street in the Grove
Exactly.
and drop off your little $10. Bring a
Mhm.
case of soda, a case of
Mhm.
water, because he's doing this for the people. You see
Exactly.
where it's going.
Yes.
You ain't gotta guess like
Right.
other institutions. All right?
Okay.
You could see where this is going.
Mhm.
So please,
Mhm.
after all of that, they see Wendell said they love the entertainment.
Yeah.
See, but that's the problem I have.
Right.
When can we get to a point where we want and we yearn for information, when
And
we
truth.
yearn for truth, when
Yeah.
Facts.
when we yearn for facts, when we yearn to find whatever it is to make us move a step forward
Right.
and not be stagnant as a people.
Right.
Novia here says Bishop
Mhm.
Roll is an example of what some of these pastors should be. He's a real man, and when I heard him say he used to give his last, it was touching.
Mhm.
And the Novia, the truth is it's not when he used to, because he's still
does.
Currently.
currently,
Mhm.
and I asking this, I telling you this, is still giving his.
Mhm.
Anything he gets, he gives to me. And I had a chance to talk to the family, the wife and the kids,
Mhm.
and I asked them this yesterday. How do they deal with giving so much of you, or allowing you to give so much of yourself to the people?
Mhm.
And he says, because it's all of our ministry. So they two are apart. When the two
Yeah.
became one and then multiply into 9,
Right.
Oh,
right now
Jesus.
9, 10, 11,
Yeah.
right? Then it was understood that is all of them. So
Mhm.
they understand that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
But they could have had fancy this and fancy that, but
Mhm.
everything he gets, it's about feeding people. When there was a time where he would say feeding is only on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Somebody come on Thursday, Lord, you bring the children, they hungry. He can find, he can
He-
strike up a
Ah,
pot.
He wants
yeah.
to say, you know
And
what?
then
I ain't gonna cook.
Thursday comes and he done cook a whole pot, so he might as well feed some more people.
Exactly.
Then Friday come, oh Lord, it's the weekend.
It's the weekend.
lockdown.
Yeah.
Oh, let me go cook another pot. That's
Right.
him.
Right.
So he'll always take
Right.
what he don't have
Mhm.
to feed people.
And
Exactly.
he looks at strangers as like family, like how family would treat you, like how you could pull up by your grandmother place and always
Mhm.
You
scared.
could just pull up Second Street in the Grove anytime.
Anytime,
Literally.
and they'll always be play for you.
Always.
Always.
You see, but I need y'all to understand that he don't walk into the local food store and say, "Hey, this is me, Bishop.
Hey, I Bishop, bang, bang.
Brother,
Run the
bring the
basket
50
to
pound,
and,
bring
and
the 50-pound rice, please."
I
Oh.
park in the Mercedes Benz up front.
Exactly.
Oh.
It don't
No.
work like that. He needs the cha-ching and the money that
Mhm.
folds to do so. So, people, after all the kiki and the ha head,
Mhm.
I need y'all to do something.
Mhm.
All right, conscience.
Yeah. Do it for
Do
me.
something.
Do something.
Yeah,
Do
there you go.
something.
All right. So there we have it. Another edition of Free Your Mind.
Woo, on a wild
Oh,
Wednesday.
man. And of course,
Aye.
keep it locked. Of course, top of the hour, 5 o'clock. You drive at 5 with yours truly, and DJ AI comes your way.
My dog also confirmed why I would never go into ministry.
What do you say?
I would never go into ministry.
No,
Oh,
a
Lord.
lot of people too judgmental. Like,
Yeah.
like that is why.
You ain't gonna drag me.
You see, people like, I can give props where props is due. People like Mario,
Mhm.
Pastor Mario Moxie.
Mhm.
I respect to the highest.
You don't even know beyond.
Because when you talk about keeping it real and not judging
Right.
Such a nice
and
guy.
making you comfortable.
Wow.
Yeah.
You don't have the 3-piece suit? Don't worry about that.
Don't worry about that.
No,
Thank you.
come this way.
Thank you.
Oh, you have jeans? All
Th-
right, bring them.
Thank
You
you.
know many churches. Jeans? That's ungodly.
That's a sin.
Clothes have become ungodly.
That's
and
a
all.
sin. Sin.
You sinning. What you mean you get no church clothes?
In the Catholic or Anglican.
Oh, jeez.
Listen,
Oh,
don't.
jeez. I could definitely separate my mom's church and my dad's church all the time. My mom went to Church of God, and my dad goes to Anglican.
Wait, go back. I wish all pastors, Paster.
I wish all pastors was like him.
Did you check the spelling?
Oh, pastors?
In the Shaki.
John Goodaway.
This is come for the jokes. I can't start there. Oh, feeding kitchens are so important.
The pastors are in the
I'm
building.
gonna shoot you all. The pot.
Y'all is giving Y'all is, yeah, that's the beginning right there. There you go.
Bye.
Sean dying laughing.
Bye.
Sorry, I couldn't let it go.
We couldn't let it pass. We tried.
But we got it though. We definitely understand what you mean. I do wish a lot of pastors was like it. Word.
Really?
Yeah. No.
Cause you heard what he said, but he said that plenty other people's in the church are gay and
They get
very
bumped.
gay. He ain't call nobody name,
But
but we know who they are.
We know.
We know.
And he knows.
And y'all know too.
Y'all
Y'all
know
on
who
your
it
own
is.
suspicion. Stop it. Y'all know just who
Y'all know who it is. Don't even trip.
Don't. That could very well be your pastor. You're sitting up in that pew plenty times looking at him and saying hallelujah and saying, I wonder.
Not even that. Seeing his wife and healing his wife and children them and
And
knowing what's happening.
Shut up.
Yeah. So now I was just like, you know what? I go on by.
I
I
end up dropping off.
know, y'all right. Y'all ain't gonna talk about them people.
Y'all ain't talking about this one. I know. Bye.
Bye.
Leave that there.
No, what? No.
Oh my God.
I got excited for a second. I said, oh, this is my phone.
Oh, Lord.
Oh
10
Lord.
messages. Who could they be? Look here, see?
Yeah,
Oh,
all
you
of
know,
the
look.
names.
See? See? Still going.
It's
Still going.
Yeah, no, come through all of our shows.
Still going.
Girl, you a star. You know who you are.
Oh my